Hi, everyone. I'm Norman Williams with the Pratt Group.
And hey, everyone, I'm Brandy Pratt with the Pratt Group, and we are brokered by eXp Realty, and we are back again with another market update. We have been missing for a few months, so I'm really excited to bring this to you and bring you the numbers. We've been incredibly busy, and we are so thankful for all of our clients and everything, and especially the patience, because there is zero inventory, and we're going to jump into this and explain why.
Yes. So starting off, the median price in September was $510,000, which is up 26% over a year ago. A year ago, we saw the median price at $405,000. This is the largest percentage price increase since 2012. The median attached home price in September was $305,000, which is up 12.5%. The 3-month average of total sales is at 1,077 units a month, which is the highest in recent history. This level is 32% above the same time last year in September. Detached home sales are also up 34%, and attached sales are up 28%. In the price bracket from $700,000 to $800,000, sales have increased 96%, which is insane. In the $1 million and over price bracket, which we saw struggling before the beginning of the year, the sales in September went from an average of 45 units a year ago to 110 units a month, which is an increase of 144%. The Valley inventory continues to hover at historically low levels, and on October 1st, we saw 1,995 units for sale. Because of the growing sales and record low inventory, the months of sales ratio is again at a record low, which we continually keep setting this record every month. At the record's at 2.5 months now. So the ratio is really just a measurement of demand versus supply. And the ratio of 2.5 months is a mathematical sign that the current demand far, far exceeds the supply.
And so, as Norman said in the past slide, the median attached home price in September was $305,000, which is up 12.5% over last year. It is clear that there's a strong seasonal pattern in prices for attached homes. For the last 10 years, prices have always hit bottom around September or October, and then they rise for the next 6 months. And that's what we consider our season. We seem to be getting a head start this year because this momentum, we expect prices for attached homes to continue to move higher for the next 6 months. So, we've been saying prior that interest rates were at record low. You should jump in now. But honestly, if you're looking to purchase or you think that it's going to crash, I don't see a reason of why to wait.
Yeah, and we're seeing the strengthening of the attached home market because, everybody's looking for something to buy right now. So the more entry-level price points in the Valley as far as attached homes go, you're seeing the condos pick up because people still want to purchase rather than rent. So they're compromising for the condos, whereas, we used to see that more seasonal. We're seeing that pick up during the summer too, which is awesome. Then going into like a city by city basis here, the 12-month change in prices, or the average price, is it's pretty crazy for every city. So La Quinta saw the highest 12-month change at 29.2%. So a year ago, their average for detached was 467,000. Now it's up to 603,500. Palm Springs is actually second at 15.8%. Cathedral City is at 14.5%. Palm Desert, we've seen 13.6%. Rancho Mirage, 12.3%. And Desert Hot Springs at 9.8%. Indio at 9.7%. And the city of Coachella is up 7.1%. The only city that we've seen have a negative change is Indian Wells, which is 17.7%. But if you've heard us in past videos, we've touched on that. There's a lot of homes in Indian Wells that have super, super high price points. So if just one or two of those sells, that throws the whole average off tremendously. So in this case, it looks like homes are still selling at a good pace there. It's just they didn't have a huge one sell like they did a year ago. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that was the detached. And so the attached ones from 12 months ago, it's Palm Springs, we're at 18.5%. La Quinta, we're at 14.2%. Palm Desert, 7.5. Cathedral City, 7.4. Indian Wells, 5.8. Rancho Mirage, 4.2. And the only decline we saw was in Indio at 12.5% on the attached.
So looking at the home sales by price range, we measure sales in different price brackets. We find the largest increases begin in homes priced over 400,000. In fact, by far the largest percentage sales increases are in homes priced over 700,000 here in the Valley. In the price bracket from 700,000 to 800,000, we mentioned earlier, sales have increased 96%. In the $1 million and over price bracket, we've seen sales went from an average of 45 units a month to 110 units a month, which is an increase of 144%, which is a really good sign because the luxury market was really lagging behind for a while there. So that's really great. And we're getting a lot of those people moving from, the big cities, and, they're selling out there and they have, the money to come here and buy an awesome house and for relatively cheap compared to what they were used to.
Yeah. And I think this is a really important slide to bring to you guys is days in the market and months of sales. Because of the growing sales and record low inventory, the months of sales ratio is again at record low of 2.5 months. The ratio is really a measurement of demand versus supply and load ratio of 2.5 months is a mathematical sign that demand far exceeds supply, like Norman said in the prior slide. The previous October 1st low was 3.3 months. The indicator is confirmed by another important indicator called the median number of days in the market, and it is currently at 49 days, which is 16 days less than a year ago.
Yeah, it's crazy to start seeing these numbers get lower and lower. And, the other one that's, we keep mentioning is the inventory. So we continue to hit historically low levels of inventory. We mentioned in the previous slide that there were 1,995 units for sale. The only reason we're repeating this is because it's super important as to what's going on in the Valley right now. This low supply coupled with the surging demand that is driving prices higher and higher for everybody, it's going to continue to go this way as the demand keeps increasing. We expect inventory to rise over the next 4 months, as it does almost every year. But last year, this seasonal increase was pretty small, so we're hoping that doesn't happen again. The current large number of home buyers may keep inventory increases low again this year, but we're hoping that we do get some more people trying to sell compared to last year, just to try and keep up with the demand and maybe get start building up inventory just a little bit more to make it a more even market.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that is every number that you guys need to understand right now, what's going on here in the Coachella Valley. And as I said prior, is I can't thank our clients enough for their patience, because unfortunately we are having to bid on multiple properties. Not every offer is going to get accepted. We're competing with a lot of different competition. So again, thank you guys for being so patient. Just wait and trust me, the right property will come up and it will work out. Do you have anything to add to that, Norman?
No, I think you said it exactly. I tell my clients all the time, like when it's meant to work out is when it'll work out. You can't shoehorn yourself into a property that, isn't going to work out. When you go into something and there's, I had one the other day, 13 offers and it sold $75,000 over asking or something like that. Like, you can't compete with that. And, sometimes the perfect home is not the perfect home, because the perfect home is going to have tons of people looking around, and, sometimes you have to compromise. And, there's a lot of ways to look at things, and a lot of things that we try and help with as agents. And, we really appreciate everybody, taking our advice when they do. So, yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah. So, just be patient with us. The right property will come. And thank you guys so much for joining today. We greatly appreciate it. Sorry for being absent. And we promise to be here, or, get back to coming back to you guys weekly. We know it's really important that you guys know the numbers and understand what's going on in the market, so you guys can position yourselves as well when you are submitting an offer. So please, give us a call today. My number is 760-960-0381.
You can reach me at 760-464-2190.
Thanks, you guys. See you next week.
Thanks, everyone.